Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Nikhil PT Tips and Tricks. Today's video is based on PT speaking. If you are struggling in the speaking section or in the reading or in the listening, this video is only for you guys. Because in this tutorial I'm going to share some tips and tricks so that you can able to achieve good scores in your PT. Moreover, I will let you know how to speak. We will discuss each and everything in detail. Just watch my video till the end. So without any wasting of time, let's start our today's session. So guys, there are some speaking rules. There are 3 pillars in the speaking section. However, we have 5 submodules in the PT speaking. We will discuss one by one with the help of example in detail. And all 5 modules are based on these 3 pillars: content, that means data; oral fluency, speed; pronunciation, clarity. Your marks are based on various factors in PT speaking. First is how you are speaking. You just have to speak clearly. What about your speed? Moderate. Skip difficult words, but not in the case of repeat sentences. You can skip difficult words in other sections like read aloud, describe an image, read a lecture. Remember one thing, answer your question is not really important. However, your target is 90 out of 90 or 79 each. Be confident what you are speaking. Do not correct yourself by mistakes. You want to speak discover, and while reading you said disc. Do not correct yourself in the case of all modules. Otherwise, it may impact on your oral fluency. Do not try to use different accent. Many students, not some, many students, if they are not getting good scores in the PT speaking section, they are trying to use foreigner accent. Guys, remember one thing, your speaking is based on content, oral fluency and pronunciation. Maybe it is not because of your accent you are not getting good scores. Maybe reason is different. It depends on the situation, how you are performing in the real exam. Doesn't make sense if you are practicing lots of time, you are spending 3 to 5 hours in a day for speaking section, then only you can achieve good scores. No, you need to use the smart work. You need to focus on your mistakes. We have lots of students who took coaching only for 3 to 5 days and getting good scores, right? So next is do not stop or pause unnecessarily. Do not try to cover all things in the case of describe an image, read a lecture and read aloud, but not in the case of repeat sentences. You must try to speak more and more in the case of repeat sentences. We will explain each and everything, don't worry about it. Click the next button when you are done. Here is our website nikhilpt.com. You just have to create an account on my website and you will get a free mock test. And one big news, we have AI plus manual mock test as well. Nowadays PT is so strict, and sometimes you may go to the human checking as well. So we have already AI plus manual mock test, not only for the speaking section, for all sections. So this is the biggest news we are providing. You can buy it is just $12, Australian $12. So let's start our today's session. We will start with the read aloud. Guys, in the read aloud you will get a passage approximately about 3 to 5 lines. This is the best time to score in your read aloud because this section includes reading plus speaking scores. Approximately 30 to 35% scores are coming from only read aloud for your reading section. So this section is very important. We have to follow 3 rules: content, oral fluency and pronunciation, and I have discussed all the various factors as well. You just focus on these factors also. As I told you, in the case of read aloud, you just have to skip difficult word if you are not able to speak. By chance, if you have spoken any difficult word but pronunciation was not good, don't worry about it, just go further. Do not correct yourself. So here is our first question. You have 35 seconds for preparation, and then after you have 40 seconds for recording. Whenever you are done, just click the next button. So let's start our preparation. So you can see Dallon or McLean's, these 2 words are very difficult sometimes. So in that case, if you are not able to speak, just skip that word. Dallon and Maclean's, this word is easy. So you can start from here, read the question line by line and understand. If is there any difficult word, just skip it. You just have to follow these rules if you really want to achieve good scores, right? If the user himself decides to drop them, all good. Let's start our read aloud. Maclean's model has been criticized by some authors. Indeed, this model is specific to context of voluntary use of information technology. The usage variable remains a success variable of information systems if the user himself decides to adopt or reject the technology. However, for mandatory uses such as ERP systems, the use of the technology is obvious. The success of information systems cannot therefore be measured by usage. So in this case, you can see I did not stop myself. I took some pauses on commas, but not so long. You can also do sometimes if you will get a big line or in which there is there are so many words and you are getting comma or full stop after many words. Some students are thinking like we have to speak in just one breath. No, you can take a breath on conjunctions or connectors on commas. Don't worry about it and speak like an human being, not like a robot. Or don't try to use foreigner accent in all cases, otherwise you will lose your scores. Some students are speaking very fast in the case of read aloud and other topics like this. Adult language may still be studied through recordings or writing, but it is still, if you will speak like this, just think about it. If you are not recognizing my voice clearly, if I will speak like this, adult language maybe still study, you have to do the speaking section, you have 35 seconds, you have to speak for 40 seconds, and when you just think about it, if I'm speaking like this, how you can recognize my voice? Same like software, if you will speak like this, you will speak very fastly, how the PT software will understand your things or your speaking? It may impact on your scores. That is the biggest reason many students are not getting good scores. They are thinking if I'm not getting good scores, that means I have to use a foreigner accent or I have to speak very fastly. No guys, maybe there is another difference, right? So how you will speak like this? Adult language may still be studied through recordings or writings, but it is still dead or extinct unless there are fluent speakers. Although languages become extinct throughout human history, currently dying at an rate because of globalization, many projects are aimed at preventing or slowing language loss. So I missed some words. Actually, I skipped it. I can speak, but I want to show how you can speak if you are unable to speak any difficult word. So this way you have to speak, read aloud. Now moving to the next topic, repeat sentences. Very, very important. This section includes speaking plus listening scores. Approximately 5 to 10 questions may come in your real exam. Remember one thing, content, oral fluency, pronunciation. These three pillars are very important and you have to speak more than 50% always. Your repeat sentences scores are divided into three parts. If you will speak 100% content with good oral fluency and pronunciation, then you may get 13 marks. If you are covering more than 50% content but not 100%, you will get 12 marks with good oral fluency and pronunciation. 5 marks for oral fluency and pronunciation each. Okay. If you are not able to speak 50% or more than 50% but less than 50% with good oral fluency and pronunciation, you will achieve only 11 scores. But make sure your oral fluency and pronunciation will good. That way you can achieve good scores. Just imagine you have 10 words of repeat sentences and you are speaking only 4 sentences or 4 words, sorry. So how PT software will judge your voice on the basis of only 4 words? So in that case, you can add some on words so that you can achieve good scores in terms of oral fluency and pronunciation. You will lose your scores in content part, but at least you are getting something from oral fluency and pronunciation. That is why some students are getting good scores in the speaking section but not in the listening section. You just have to try always to speak more than 50%. Let's try some questions. Nowadays PT is updating all the terms and conditions. Okay, so
the quality of our accommodation is high, but it is still affordable for students.
if you will speak like this, the quality of our accommodation is high but still affordable for students. However, you didn't complete 100%, but still you can get good scores. On the basis of our students' experience or our experiments, you can get good scores, more than 79, because you are covering more than 50%, not 100%. Accordingly, according to the PTE, you can get only 12 marks, but you can achieve good scores, maybe full marks if you will speak one or two words. If you are missing, no problem at all. Be confident, speak clearly, so that PT software can recognize your voice. If you are speaking like this, the quality of our accommodation is high, affordable for students, still you can get good scores. If you are speaking like this, the quality of our accommodation for students, you will lose your scores. If you are speaking like this, the quality of our accommodation is high, but it is still affordable for students. However, you covered 100% content, but you will lose your marks in terms of oral fluency, because your speed, you are just taking pauses again and again, up down up down. That's not good. So you just have to speak like this: the quality of our accommodation is high, but it is still affordable for students. Just speak clearly, make it simple. And this part you can improve only by listening again and again. There is no shortcut to improve repeat sentences, because it's a listening part also. When you will listen, you will familiar with the accent of the speaker, then you will automatically listen and you will speak. Moving to the describe an image. Guys, describe an image is very important. This section includes only speaking scores. So this, you can use the template as well. So I'm just sharing my template, no problem at all. Remember one thing, in the case of describe an image, you don't have to speak 100% content. Like in this case, my internet is so bad at, oh man, yeah. So in this case, you can see the data is food web of the temperate forest, cougar, bear, fox, owl, deer, rodent, birds, skunk, insects, bird, opossum. If you are not sure how to pronounce this word, cougar, just skip that word, no problem at all. You can speak other things, trees, plants. You just have to maintain your oral fluency and pronunciation. So you can use this template. With the help of this template, you can speak any kind of image, no problem at all. And now moving to the next topic, that is retail lecture. As I told you, in the case of retail lecture, you just have to speak as much as you can, but not 100% content, because you will hear an audio between 60 seconds to 90 seconds. And
50% of the world's population is vitamin A/D deficient, and
PT is not expecting like the student will speak 100% content. So write down as much as you can. Try to write down nouns, not only verbs, phrases as well. So I'm going to share my template. So this is the template that you can use, and this way you can speak retail lecture. When you are done, just click the next button. Moving to the last topic, that is answer short question. Guys, answer short questions are not really important, to be frank. You can speak anything from the question, like which gas is very harmful gas for our health. You can speak harmful gas, and this section will not impact so much on your PT speaking scores or listening scores. So this is all about in today's class. I hope you like my video. If you have any question, you can ask me now. And if you need coaching online from us, my number is visible in front of you. We have a expert team. So with the help of our techniques, many students are getting good scores. You can check our student scorecard on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. I don't think so TikTok is working in India, but in many countries TikTok is working, and we are uploading videos. And if you're new to my channel, just subscribe now, like, share and subscribe. And we have physical classes availability in Jalandhar city, Punjab as well. All the best. Call NIKHILPTE for classes. Bye bye.